Welcome to the AMA Entertainment TV Network. I am your host, Anita Gene.
And I am your host, Nikki J.
This episode is sponsored by Imperial Glam Artistry, Body Sculpting, and Beauty Bar. So now let's bring up our first guest, Mr. Steve Pennington.
It's great to be here.
Yeah.
Well, we are happy to have you here.
Thank you.
Such an accomplished person.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. I've just been hanging out doing it a long time.
Speaking of doing it for a long time, since the age of 13, maybe?
Yeah, I kind of entered the music world professionally at the age 13. I started playing. I was actually a keyboard guy for a band.
Okay.
I was a little kid that hid behind the piano. They didn't have electronic keyboards when I started.
Right. Okay.
They put me in clubs and put me behind a big tall piano so they wouldn't see the kid over there playing. So that's how it all got started.
Yeah.
That's how it all got started.
Okay.
And then just one thing led to the other, to another. So.
Okay. So I see that you went to Sanford.
Sanford University is where we started the formal education.
And then University of South
Alabama. That
Yeah.
continued some of that. But, sometimes the Lord leads you down another path, and we did some other things.
Yeah.
And then there's always been music in there. I actually worked in the Bessemer community in an outside field for a while.
Okay.
And but then when I was turning one of those monumental ages, I decided if I was going to do music full time, I said I better do it right now. So before the big 40 hit, I didn't do music full time. So I've been in commercial music now for over 35 years, but I've been involved in the industry for 57 years.
Okay.
In one way or another.
That's amazing.
So you dabbled in some acting as well, Broadway?
A little bit kind of stuff. Of course, life's greatest role is about to come upon me in the 40th year. This white beard is here for a reason. So I have a special job that starts in about 10 days, and so that's real life acting. You know, because I've become somebody else for about 2 months and do that.
Well,
but commercial
that could be.
Yeah. The Keebler elf, no.
Right.
Really, commercial music though has been such a part of my life since 1988 was really when the Showstoppers promotions kicked off.
Right.
That I really made that as the full-time career. So since then, it's gone down many paths. People say, well, what do you like to do? I said, well, I like to do it all, because commercial music is really everything except choir music and opera. So, but I teach and train youth, children and youth.
Okay.
And I've had some outstanding performers starting at the age of 7, and I still have people that are performing in their 70s.
Wow.
So, people that want to share their talent, their God-given ability, I try to help facilitate that in however way they want it. Oddly enough, I've been doing music in Nashville for over 20 years. Long time. 2013, I began an artist development company called Nashville Bound. Nashville Bound.
Yeah.
And there was 9 young people that kind of bought into the program, and we trained them. And out of the 9 young people that started in 2013, 7 of them were full-time musicians making a living in Nashville.
That's an amazing accomplishment.
And one of those is a full-time student at Belmont in the music business. So I count her as one of those because she was our baby in our group, and now she's studying music business as a career. And briefly, we're doing well. But I have some great entertainers in Nashville. I have to go to Nashville to see my talent, see my work.
There you go.
Where they perform. So that's great. But the base is out of Birmingham, and we do the teaching and training here.
Okay.
And then do a lot of showcasing. My training is specialized in that I believe performance is the key to it. They need to learn some of that book learning and how to do it. Some real intelligence.
That's important.
But if they don't get out and perform it and share it, it's all for naught. And the other thing about that is I try to put the young people in real performance situations. I don't do those polite recitals, those kind of things. I do real shows. I want to be a patron to go see my own artists that I create. I want to go to that restaurant, or that sports bar,
Yeah.
that fair, that festival, and I can walk in as a customer and be entertained by the people I helped get there.
Right.
Not
That's
just
awesome.
because, grandmama, grandma, daddy was
Right,
just them.
right.
Right.
So you're performing for the general public. That's different from performing before your peers at a school or for a
Right.
family gathering.
That is
So,
true.
so we teach and train and then put them in real life performance situations, and that's, I think, the secret of what I do.
Yeah.
That's good. That
It
is
is.
very good.
It's amazing. So what's your inspiration? What made you?
Well, while I was kind of trying to figure it all out, I was the pianist for the great Dr. Andrew Gainey at Birmingham Southern College in Birmingham at the end of his career. So I became his protege, and he started teaching. He was the opera guy, but at 65 he went into a sabbatical and learned how to teach pop music.
Wow.
So he started giving his students dual identities. They could either do this path or the other path. Well, I said, that's really smart.
Yeah.
And I said, that's a great idea. And unfortunately, he just didn't wake up one morning. At 84, he just went to bed one night and didn't wake up the next day.
Wow.
And I just kind of took over from that point. So the legacy lives on through me doing that. And so while I can do these other things,
Right.
it's just that legacy of doing commercial and pop music that was inspired by Dr. Andrew Gainey.
Yeah.
And I think about him every day.
Yeah.
There's mementos of him all around my house, my teaching studio. So Dr. Gainey will always be a part of my life.
That's great. Passing the torch. and
Absolutely,
You took
absolutely.
over. That is a great thing.
That is amazing. That's
And I just have to ask, because I've been a national anthem singer myself. You put out national anthem singers.
I do. Another thing, on my warm-ups and teaching and training, there's all those vocal warm-ups that good music teachers do. But the last thing on the page is the national anthem, because I believe everybody should sing a nice, respectful version of it, know how to do
Right,
it. As long as it's
right.
under 90 seconds, can't be too long.
Right.
Right.
And at this point, I have over 9 sports franchises around the area that utilize
Wow.
my services.
Oh, wow.
Sometimes they'll turn over their entire seasons to me, and I throw it out to my current students and past students, and we'll sign them up. So it might be Barron's Baseball, it might be Montgomery Biscuits, it might be the Legion soccer team, it might be the Predators up in other places, it might be University of Alabama softball, which is a great place to go. UAB, we're in all the basketball programs for them.
Right.
But what a great opportunity for these young people to get to sing in these major facilities.
Right.
The BJCC,
Right.
Bartow Arena, Protective Stadium,
Right.
and then the great baseball parks. I mean, a great resume builder for those young people.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So yeah, I'm kind of the king of that. And then now after, I didn't sing it myself until about 4 or 5 years ago.
Really?
All these I teach training, but finally, well, Santa Claus sang it actually for the first time for a holiday event. So when Santa Claus was able to sing the national anthem,
Yeah.
I said, well, maybe Mr. Steve could do it too.
There you
Absolutely.
I'll
go.
be calling. I'd do a few.
Absolutely.
So yeah, we do a little bit of it too.
That's
But I teach
great.
and train. I'm not really a performer anymore.
Right.
But I
That's
sneak
great.
in there every now and then and get a little of the fun.
That's great.
Yeah,
It's a fun thing to do.
Yes. So tell us what your social media,
Well,
where people can follow you, or if they want to.
If you want to find out anything about me, I have a consistent thing. If you'll do the hashtag Mr. Steve 24. 24 is my birthday number and my son's baseball number, so that's where the 24 comes
Okay.
from. So Mr. Steve 24, and that will direct you to all those Twitters and Peepers and those kinds of things. And then it kind of proliferates from there.
Yeah.
The actual business, Showstoppers Promotions, has been in existence since 1988.
Okay.
And there's a Showstoppers Promotions website. But if you just, if you Google Mr. Steve, I'm on there. I look like I'm 2 or 3 different people for all the different things that I do.
Okay.
On kind of page 1 if you Google Steve Pennington. But that Mr. Steve 24 will take you in a lot of directions and pretty well find me and all the different things that I do and how I'm involved in music.
Awesome.
That's
Yeah.
great.
Well, that is great. This was such a pleasure to talk to
Thank you.
Yes,
Well,
it
Mr.
was.
Zeus has kind of come into my life and allowed me to share what I do with a different segment of the society, and I really appreciated being part of the Alabama Music Awards for several years now. Some of my students in class have won awards and participated in the
Yes.
program.
Yeah.
So very exciting to continue to watch that grow and be a part of that
Yes.
growth.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And we are more than happy to have you.
Thank you.
Yes.
And I know Zeus Entertainment is just ecstatic to have you as well.
He's
and you
great
to
friend now.
share everything and all of your accomplishments.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So thank you for coming.
My pleasure.
All right, so now we'll go to our sponsor. We are sponsored by Imperial Glam Artistry, Beauty Bar, and Body Sculpting. It provides non-invasive same-day results and pain-free treatment. They offer laser lipo, ultrasonic cavitation, skin tightening, among many other things. You can check them out on Instagram and Facebook at Imperial Glam Artistry. All right, so next up, we will welcome our next guest.
Miss Shariette Gold. How are you?
I am great, y'all. How y'all doing?
Awesome. Our cowgirl with the beautiful voice.
Yes.
Look now, look here now. I got two queens with me too. Now y'all stepping, okay?
How are you?
I am blessed, queen. How y'all?
Awesome. Awesome. We're going to dive right into this thing. Because,
come on,
honey, that voice.
Yes.
That voice of yours.
Amazing.
First off, let me just say this hat is giving me
All
life.
All
Yes,
the
ma'am.
life. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. I'm loving the hat. I just had to throw that out there first. I'm
Look
just
now,
loving
y'all
that
know we
hat.
from Alabama, baby. We got to represent.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. So you are into several genres of music.
Yes, ma'am.
Neo soul, country, hip hop, rap, and R&B.
And blues.
And blues.
Okay.
I love it. I love it. So can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, it goes back to our roots. Just remembering where you come from and not
That's
being afraid of it and just embracing who you are, not being ashamed of coming out of the box.
That's right.
And being different and unique and going out and being that cause of reasons why other people are stepping out with new
That's right.
sounds
That's right.
and able to form a trend that other people are able to
That's right.
jump on and make people our generation be proud of
That's right.
where we come from. Because
right.
when people hear me sing yodel, like she yodels,
Right.
like yes, girl, I yodel. I'm country just like y'all.
Yeah.
Like come on now, and I always try to tell, my younger generation and people that's coming up, like, don't be in this music game trying to copy somebody else's style.
Right.
Yeah.
And don't try to come in this game and trying to mimic somebody else's come up, thinking that's going to be your come up.
Right.
And it's all about you embracing you, you being different. I have done a lot of things far as me being in this country lane, me being the first Black African American yodeling country rapping artist. People like, whoa, and I'm like, yes, but it's hard when people are not used to your sound.
Right.
It's hard when people are not used to different. So you have to apply more pressure than the next
average.
person
Right.
would trying to come in the game that's
Right.
new and try to get other people to gravitate to you. So
Right.
what is different about you? And that's what many people want to know. What is
Right.
different about you?
Right.
You
And
know,
sometimes have you experienced this because your sound is different, because you're different, you have to go a little harder because you have to prove yourself because it's something that people are not used to.
is exactly. For instance, let's go back to last year. Me coming off the ground, first female artist, y'all in the country, just hit the ground, and people are just, oh, I like it, but
It's always that but. Okay.
So it was discouraging at first, but Spirit kept telling me, God kept telling me, girl, go.
Right.
Don't listen at them. Listen at you. So I kept going, and so I got into this group. Never knew what this group was, and I played my song. And they said, the whole group went crazy. Whoa, did y'all hear that? And I'm like, what? No. We have to replay this back. Did y'all hear that? I'm like, and then for me to get nominated this year for being the #1 top artist, to be seen in different places and things like that, and also thank Zeus Entertainment because last year Alabama, the year before Alabama, the Alabama Music Awards, it was amazing. I got to see a lot of artists and different talent come from Alabama, and I'm like, what? And then Mr. Zeus said, hey, and what he did for me, it was amazing because we actually got a plaque for Cowgirl. Zeus Entertainment and Shariette got a plaque for Cowgirl, and that was me being the top artist. And that proved to me, girl, you can do it.
Yes.
Just him stepping in and showing me, hey, you can do it.
You can do it.
And for other artists that is trying to get heard and that is different and losing, faith. I want to tell y'all, like, Alabama Music Awards, it's for y'all to get seen. And Zeus Entertainment, they're putting in work, grinding hard just to make sure y'all get seen. So the only reason why you don't get seen is because you're not being a part of amazing things and great people and wanting to grow and wanting to network. And I'm telling you right now, like, I have met wonderful people through Zeus Entertainment and Alabama Music Awards. So I'm highly suggesting any other artists and anybody out there that do have a dream, please be a part of the movement, because very positive people say, look at them, y'all, look at them. They know what they think. So I mean, it's all about you. When you're doing whatever you're doing here, music, if you're modeling, whatever you're doing, just be you. And don't be afraid of what this person say, and don't be afraid about what that person say, because hey, God made me a witness. Because I'm almost at 1 million streams without no label, without no deals on the table, just me and God and faith. So, and amazing people that God is bringing, along my journey to help me push and grow. And as long as you don't forget where you come from, and don't forget who did it, you gonna always win, no matter what now. And if, like right now, every part of my journey, I see people as family, because you don't forget people. No matter what, you don't forget people. They always going to be a memory. So I always call people my family, and I always, and I cannot not thank my production team and the people who were behind, Shariette Gold and her brand. And I like to thank them because they just put just as much work as as I did. Just like Mr. Zeus, he put in work, I put in work. The production team, they put in work. My producers, they put in work. Like my team in general as one, they put in work. So whatever I'm doing, I'm just the face. There's people behind me.
Yeah, the behind the
believing in me and striving for me to get to the top and making sure that I hit what I need to hit and get to where I need to go. So as long as y'all do that, you're gonna always be the first at something. And don't never put yourself last. Never put yourself last. And you're gonna always be the first at something, no matter what. So you got Shariette Gold here and Alabama Music Awards, and I really thank y'all so much for having me here and
for sharing your gift with us.
Yes, and y'all just continue on sharing love and light with the people and the community, and I'm grateful for being here. Thank you, Zeus Entertainment. Thank you, Alabama Music Awards, honey, for having me again.
Yes. Well, before you go, share your social media.
Yes, you all can find my website, www.shariettegoldmusic.com, www.shariettegoldmusic.com. Thank you.
Okay, so we want to hear you yodel. We want to give us a little bit of that yodeling.
Y'all get the money, y'all get the cash, cause you get nothing while you sitting on your hello.
All right, okay. Well, there you go. There you have it. So, check out the Cowgirl, ladies and gentlemen. So, always remember to keep pressing, praying, and pushing. I'm your host, Nikki J.
I'm Anita Gene.
And until next time,
peace.